Hi, this is Piekarski here from BingeGamer.net, GameX with Robin of Fenix Down. It's a music group. You want to tell us a little bit about your band?
Sure. The band is called Fenix Down. It's been around for around 10 years. Actually, it's probably closer to 11 at this point. And it was founded by Tony Hansen, who is the lead singer and rhythm guitarist of Fenix Down. And we've been doing our thing for quite some time, and we're here having fun. And the band also has a very big video game influence. It's a rock band influenced by video games, so you'll hear a lot of the themes in our bridges of our songs.
So I'm guessing you're all really big gamers then?
Yeah, for the most part, I would say everybody in the band is pretty big into gaming. The name Fenix Down obviously comes from Final Fantasy, and it was founded, as I said, by the lead singer, who is huge into Final Fantasy. So yep, you were correct in that statement.
I even noticed you have like the Final Fantasy 3 American version, typo version of Phoenix. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you play in the band?
So I play keys, and it's my thing. And also you'll hear a lot of, the keys part will range from piano to a lot of the symphony parts that you'll hear in a lot of the songs are.
Quick question from the cameraman. What's the equipment you're currently using?
I'm sorry.
What's the
two keys?
Yeah.
Or I use a Korg Triton.
Cool. Any specific model?
It is the Triton. It's the LE. We have a few.
Oh, okay.
Back in the studio, but it's.
Switch it up.
So how long have you been playing? Have you been playing as long as you've been in the band, or before that?
So
what band you started?
I started playing piano when I was around 4 years old.
Oh wow.
I was playing then, and it was sort of the sort of thing where I was forced to play by my parents, and I didn't like it when I had to do it for them. And so I stopped, and then a while later I picked it up when I was a teenager again, and I joined the band when I was a senior in high school. I've been with it ever since. And at the point that I joined the band, it was more of something where I was writing my own stuff, and then I got involved with a group that was creating their own music, and it was from there. I guess it's Fenix Down history.
Yeah, right. So you give us a chance to listen to your stuff, and I noticed that a lot of your songs have really long interludes with excellent, very sections that are different. Like no song sounded exactly the same. They were all very completely unique. And I thought that's great, because you'll hear a lot of bands where their music doesn't change up from song to song. You'll listen to an album, it's just one 30-minute song. What do you think impacts that in music?
So I think a lot of the reason that we have such variation in our music and such diversity is the fact that, first of all, we have 6 people in our band, which is kind of a large band. So, and everybody has different musical backgrounds and different musical influences. So we have 6 people with pretty much 6 different backgrounds. Everybody contributes different amounts of different songs, so it winds up you wind up with a tremendous amount of variation within a song, as well as a tremendous amount of variation between songs, because depending on who's providing the biggest influence for a given song, that will be kind of the theme for each song. And then the musical breakdowns will just be like people building off of each other's music and coming up with different ideas that are influenced by their respective backgrounds. So it's just, you wind up with a lot of variation, because everybody has different interests to begin with, and they're bringing different things to the table, and it makes for what I personally think is great music. But then again, I'm pretty biased.
So like, does your songwriting process does it consist of somebody coming to the table or to the floor or wherever you play with just something already written, and you just build up around that, like jam sessions, or does everybody just listen to it and then write their own thing?
Well, it comes together in different ways. First of all, I would say the primary songwriter for the band would be the lead singer, Tony Hansen. He's someone who will sometimes come up with some stuff on his own. He'll come into the practice room and be like, guys, this is what I thought of, and then we'll build on it. So the basis will be kind of from him. In other instances, some other people will be like, I have this sort of idea, and everybody just kind of builds on it, and then it comes together very nicely when everybody puts their influences in. We figure out what sounds good, what doesn't. And then in the end, the post-production is usually done predominantly by Tony, the lead singer. He will, if he thinks something good if something new will sound good in a song, he'll like add it in. And so it's all pretty much produced internally. And then there will also be certain songs that will be written by individual members. So if Tony has something that he just kind of comes up with on his own and the band isn't around, and he'll kind of put it together, and then everybody will build on it afterwards, or it's just we kind of all bring together music in a variety of ways, but usually we're all just building on each other and working together to come up with something that sounds awesome in the end.
So you guys have been doing this yourself then, production and printing and everything like that. You guys have been sort of managing that without like an outside.
Yeah, well, for the most part, things have been pretty much independent. I think our first album was produced by someone else. This album is mainly internally produced. Tony has played a large part in that.
And which album is this?
This is Broken Hero. This is our second album. Our first album was Protected, and that came out a few years back. And the second album has been taking well to a lot of people. So we're really, really, really excited. We had, if I may, we had one song that was chosen by Fox NFL.
Oh, nice.
And it was chosen as one of 30 songs to be used throughout this season of national football, and it's for NFL and college football, and it's one of 30 songs that can be used throughout this season. So it's hopefully we'll play across the country, and it's a nice exposure for us.
That is excellent. So you can't beat that because a lot of people like football.
Yeah, a lot of people do like football, even if I'm personally not a sports fan.
Agreed.
I'm
Don't say that.
typical woman. Uh-oh.
They'll let Fox know. Don't worry, they won't see this.
They might. No, but
your
it's
sake, listen.
it's fantastic. It's fantastic exposure, and everybody else in the band is they're all, for the most part, big sports fans. So.
So you guys play live shows. Where's your favorite show been? What's been the best show you've had? Like most memorable, something stands out in your mind.
It stands out in my mind. You know, we play for the most part. We'll play like a lot of local venues. We'll play the Bitter End in Manhattan, Kenny's Castaways in Manhattan. I'm not sure how unfamiliar you are with venues over there, in lower New York City. But I mean, some of those shows are. I mean, we've played larger shows as well. We've played shows with 1,000+ people. But for the most part, it's the smaller shows that are the best, because when you see people really, really, really getting into the music and they're just really digging it, and people who know the music are singing along, and it's just like a smaller room with maybe a few hundred people as opposed to 1,000 or more people. It's nice to see how everybody really, really, really gets into it. So those are the shows that stick out in my mind the most, because I like the more intimate settings where it's fewer people and everybody's just really digging what they're listening to.
So are you guys rooted in